don't know, consider yourself informed. These are the two bench lights that Ryobi Tools makes. This was my #1 tool a few years ago. I loved it so much because of its abilities. This is the brand new one that just hit stores. I'm going to be reviewing both of them, and I'm going to let you make the decision based upon the light distribution, how they perform, the amenities, and all that really good stuff. So maybe when you go out to buy one, is this one worth it? Are you going to stick with your old one? Or if you find it on sale, maybe get this older one right here. My name is Brent. This is Lift Free and Tool On. Here we go. Probably the best comparison I can do is just to show you both of these side by side. So this is the new one right here, and this is the old one. Now let's see how it looks with the old one. Now remember, this is 970-ish or 50-ish lumens. Okay, so here it is. You can see the spread of light. You can see how even it is. You can see my shadow over here, but what do you think? Okay, let's go to the new one in 3, 2, 1, and here it is. Now this is 1700 lumens, and as you can see, it is bright. My shadows look a little darker. Everything looks a little better, and the light looks pretty even. Now this is the brightest setting. If you're going to use this outside, I mean, this is a 40-foot sea container. It is dark at night. What do you think? It's kind of interesting, right? But I think if you look at the lights, all in all, so now we got to see if the claims are real on the advertisements. Well, this actually hangs from a vehicle, the new one. And I'll tell you why on the old one in just a second. As we get started, let's take a look at the old light and how that connects. If we take a look here, you have these little hooks that are kind of here. You have another hook that pops out. It's right here. And you're supposed to be able to connect it. So if we take a look, maybe we can hook in here. There's nothing else here. All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never been able to hook this into my vehicle ever in my life, but that's kind of okay because I set it up like this. I use it just like that, and I'm able to work around the vehicle. You just got to be able to shove it somewhere, but it kind of has, you know, been a little bit difficult sometimes. Now Ryobi is claiming that this one has the ability to hook under your car hood. Now obviously it's not the same for every car hood, but this one maybe we can. So if we open it up, you actually have rubber covered metal right there, and if you take a look at the top, this spins around, so you get all these different options. This one pulls out of the bottom. You can see, let's see if we can find a place to hook it. Okay, affirmative, and aha! Whoa, look at that! It actually works. So the new light from Ryobi actually hooks underneath a car hood. And would you just look at that? You can see my favorite vehicle's engine, and I can do all the work that I really want to do on it. This is actually pretty incredible. Super big win for Ryobi. Now both of these lights perform very well. In fact, I'm holding the new one, but the old one's illuminating me, so you can see just how great that is. These are not outdoor rated. They're not IP rated for water resistance or anything like that. They are indoor lights, but I use them outside because the awesome light that they provide, they're not too bright and they're pretty convenient. But I think we need to ask for a little bit of help. Maybe talk about the specifications for both of them. Now, taking a look at both of these lights, if we go ahead and check them out side by side. What you're going to notice is that the old one is a little bit taller. However, if we do open them up and we stretch them out, you're going to see they're just about the same size, even with the hooks. And this is going to be kind of hard to see. What am I doing here? The new one is a little bit taller with the hook. Now, I know that that's kind of hard to see, and that's okay. I'm kind of splitting hairs with this. But the cool thing is, and this is what I love about the bench light, is that when you turn it on, you have almost a non-shadow situation. Now, turn this one on. It's basically the same thing. And now you have like a little showcase where you can display and you can do a lot of different things and show what you're trying to sell people. So note to all of you retailers out there that this is the way to go. Now, once my camera actually gets back to autofocus, which it just did, I'm going to show you the different lights so you can see. With these side by side, let's check out the actual lights. And I'm going to turn them away from the camera just a little bit. So, mode number 1. Mode number 2, mode number 3, and that's all this one has. But this one keeps going. This is mode number 4, and that's it. So you are able to see all the differences between these two. Now, one thing that I did notice, if we go to 1, 2, this mode here actually shows just the base light. This one just dims it all down. So you have 2 different, I guess, light levels per the different modes that you have. And then there's only the top one here, and then it drops down a little bit, so you can see that as well. Now, this is not that bad. I do kind of like this. It reduces the light a little bit, and then you're off. I think I mentioned that it's at 5 modes. I think it's only 4 modes. But as you can see, it has all of the capabilities. Now, if we take a closer look, let me turn this one off. At the hooks themselves, this is what I was talking about. You can see it's rubber coated metal, but the end of it actually rotates as well here. You see that? Rotates, does its thing, and then that metal just connects into the back of it right there. I do like that a lot. And then this folds out at the end, and this is pretty nice right through here. It doesn't really rotate, but you can see it just slides. I don't know, can you see that right there? That's all right. Okay, yep, and then you got your lanyard right there, the base of the light right here. You can see all that greatness, and that's about it. Here, this one has the handle. You know what? Not gonna lie, I love this handle. In fact, I use this handle a ton. I don't use this that much, obviously. It just doesn't make sense for me to use it. I did find whenever I take this out, the only time I actually use this hook is I'll pull it up and I'll just carry it like this, kind of like its own little handle. That's the only thing I've ever actually used the hook for, nothing ever else. I've never used this hook either. It's just kind of just not something I've ever been able to use. But other than that, this was my number 1 light and tool from Ryobi for all these specified reasons I just talked about. Super convenient. The light dispersal was super awesome. It stands up on its own, and then you can just direct it any way you want to go. But stepping into the next generation, well, now it has the rotation on the bottom. It has some of the rotations on the top of it right here. So you got to pull the hook out, and then, you know, it does whatever it needs to do. It does have a strap hole right here too, and let's see if we can zoom in and see that. See, you got a strap hole right there. So that's pretty cool as well. But with everything being said, I think that this light is an improvement. I think that it actually does a better job. But don't take my word for it. I showed what it looks like. I've shown the different modes that it has. It has a lot more lumens, almost double the lumens as this bad boy over here. I want to hear from you. What do you think about it? Do you think it's actually an improvement, or do you rather think it's not an improvement? Let me know down in the comments, and I can't wait to hear from you. My name is Brent. This is Live Free and Tool On. Get out there, go build something. Make the mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and pass the solutions on to the next generation. And we will all be better for it at the end of the day. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care.